Today, we're tackling a massive question: who will truly control the global economy in 2026? The world is spinning faster than ever, and a quiet, seismic shift in power is happening right now, right under our noses. By 2026, the lines of this new world order will be drawn much more clearly. Let's dive deep into the data, the trends, and the hidden forces that are reshaping our future. For decades, the answer to this question was simple. One country stood at the undisputed top of the global economic pyramid. That country was, of course, the United States. And let's be clear, the US isn't going anywhere just yet. Projections for 2026 put its economy at a colossal $31.8 trillion. That is, by far, the biggest single national economy in the world. But here's the thing. In the 21st century, control isn't just about size. It's a complex game. Control is about who holds the money. It's about who dominates the flow of trade. And increasingly, it's about who owns the future of technology. Now, let's turn our gaze to the east and look at China. For years, we've heard the narrative of China's rise, and it's a story that is far from over. In 2026, China is forecast to be the world's second largest economy, with a GDP of around $20.6 trillion. But China's power isn't just in its total economic output. It remains the world's undisputed manufacturing machine, the factory of the globe. This gives it immense leverage over global supply chains. It's also a top-tier export powerhouse, meaning goods stamped with Made in China are essential to consumers everywhere. China's influence is deeply embedded in the physical economy of things, and that's a powerful position to be in. But the story doesn't end with a two-horse race. There's another giant awakening, and it's moving faster than almost anyone predicted. Let's talk about India. By 2026, India's economy is projected to be around $4.5 trillion. Now, that number might seem smaller than the other two, but the key word here is growth. India's growth rate is expected to not just be strong, but to be among the highest of all major economies. This isn't a short-term blip. India has a massive, young, and increasingly skilled population. This demographic dividend is a rocket engine for long-term economic power, creating a vibrant domestic market and a huge pool of talent for decades to come. So we have the established leader, the massive challenger, and the rising giant. But here is where the story takes a real twist, and it's the most important takeaway from this video. The next controller of the global economy might not be a single country at all. It might not be one flag planted on top of the hill. We're moving into a multipolar world. That means the next controller could be a system, a network, or a new alliance of countries working together. Power is spreading out. Money is finding new pathways, and supply chains, as we learned the hard way recently, are being redrawn and diversified across the globe. No single nation can dictate terms to everyone else anymore. The era of one single economic emperor is fading. To understand this shift, let's talk about the single most powerful weapon in global finance, the US dollar. For over 70 years, the dollar has been king. It's the currency that oil is priced in, the currency central banks hold for safety. This is called being the world's reserve currency, and it gives the United States incredible influence. It allows the US to borrow money more cheaply and to weather economic crises more easily than other nations. In 2026, the dollar will still dominate global reserves, likely making up more than half of all disclosed holdings. This is a big but, that share has been slowly, consistently declining for years. Countries like China and Russia are actively trying to conduct trade in their own currencies, and other nations are diversifying their reserves. This slow erosion of the dollar's dominance matters because as its share shrinks, so does American influence. Now, let's add the ultimate game changer into the mix: technology. If finance was the battleground of the 20th century, technology is the battleground of the 21st. In this new era, artificial intelligence is the new oil, semiconductor chips are the new gold, and data is the new sprawling territory everyone wants to control. Why? Because the countries that lead in AI and advanced chip manufacturing will unlock unprecedented gains in productivity. And productivity is the engine of economic growth. And economic growth is what ultimately translates into global power. So let's put all the pieces on the board for 2026. The United States still holds a powerful hand. It leads in two critical areas: top-tier global finance and the biggest, most innovative tech companies in the world. Wall Street and Silicon Valley remain twin pillars of American power. China, on the other hand, dominates in a different sphere. Its strength lies in its unmatched manufacturing scale and its central role in the world's supply chains. It makes the things the world needs. And then there's India, the wild card. Its power is in its incredible growth, speed, and its demographic advantage: a young, massive population that promises future growth and innovation. So, who really controls the global economy in 2026? Here's the final analysis. The US still leads overall, holding the most powerful combination of financial, technological, and military might. China remains the biggest and most direct challenger, with a different but equally potent model of economic power. And India emerges as the fastest rising giant, a country whose choices and trajectory will significantly shape the global balance. But the biggest truth, the one I want you to remember, is this: the future won't be defined by a single empire. It will be defined by shared power. It will be defined by shifting power. It will be a landscape of constant, relentless competition and cooperation, changing year by year. The next controller isn't a single flag. The next controller is the Entitor alliance that best masters the new levers of power. Who controls the future of technology? Who controls the critical trade routes? Who commands the most influence over global currency? And, perhaps most importantly, who inspires the most confidence from the rest of the world? That race is happening right now, and in 2026, we'll see just how far ahead the frontrunners have gotten. Thanks for watching. This is a topic that affects all of us, so I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will be in the driver's seat? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you in the next video.